I come in, sir?
Please come. Please come. Please have a seat. Please sit down. Vijay, please tell us about yourself first.
Sure, sir. Sir, my name is Vijay. I am from Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. I have completed most of my schooling from the Varanasi itself. After that, I joined IIT Kanpur for both my bachelor's and master's in economics. After that, I got the opportunity to work with Paytm Payments Bank. I worked there for a year. Currently, I am associated with the Department of Commerce as a young professional and simultaneously preparing for the Indian Economic Services.
Vijay, you appeared before also, Vijay?
Sir, I appeared for the RBI interview.
RBI, so yes, I remember a little bit, right?
Yes,
right.
This year, sir, last year only.
Last year only. So, what was the score in RBI?
Sir, I missed the final cutoff by 8 marks.
8 marks?
Yes, sir.
Interview, how much you scored?
Sir, interview was like average. It was 38 out of 75.
So there is still a scope for, yes.
Yes, sir.
And written was somewhat okay.
Yeah, but I think the majorly final results written score was reflected more because I talked to my peers also. They also got the similar range like interview marks.
No, but I'm sure you must score at least 40-45 in interview.
Yes, sir.
Because you must have done something wrong there because your background, it was quite good. We expected that you will get 45-46 marks
in
interview.
I thought.
Okay, anyway. But congratulations, you have qualified economic services this time. Right. Okay, Vijay, please tell us about yourself first.
Yes, sir.
As you said that you are from Banaras, you did your masters. So was it an integrated course?
Sir,
BSMS?
Sir, generally the IIT Kanpur enrolls for four-year programs through the JEE exam. But the students, after getting into the college, have an option to convert it into a 5-year program. So, they initially do not offer integrated program, but for their 4-year students, they have the option finally when you get into the college.
Right. So you get a degree of BSMS.
Yes, sir.
So or if somebody wants to leave after 4 years,
they can do.
They can go, yes. So they will get a BS degree.
Yes, sir.
What are the subjects you studied at a master's, MSc? Master's?
The main subject which I studied in the master's was, there was a course on econometrics, there was a course on advanced macroeconomics, microeconomics, and there was one more course on the game theory.
Okay, game theory. So did you study game theory as a paper or it was just an elective and you did not study?
Sir, there were 1 or 2 basic courses in game theory which we have to study in our bachelor's course, and then I opted as an elective in my master's.
You opted as an elective, so that means you liked this. What is the difference between collusive oligopoly and non-collusive oligopoly?
Sir, collusive oligopoly means that the incumbent firms, they collude to set the price and quantity. They act as a single firm. And in a non-collusive oligopoly, each and every firm act independently. So they try to compete with each other in terms of price and quantity and market share.
So what's the impact of, say, on output if they collude and if they do not collude, as you said?
Sir, the impact on the output would be like, suppose if they collude, they will charge higher prices and they will produce less. They will kind of act as a monopolist. And in terms of, when they are non-colluding, they will compete with each other.
Prices will be less and output will be higher. Also, in case of suppose a non-collusive oligopoly, what about the share of output?
Sir, share of output would be equal if they are perfectly competing with each other. So each firm will have equal output share, given that they are symmetric in cost structure, their cost structure.
So suppose, okay, then you restrict, you extend this if you are calling it to be a non-collusive, and if there are only 2, then it is virtually it is transformed into duopoly.
Yes, sir.
So in duopoly, the output, each firm produces only 1/3 of the product.
Yes, sir. Of the perfect competition output, they get 1/3 of the share in the market.
Why is it so? But here we are saying that okay, if they are non-collusive and if there are two firms, and then you said they will be producing equally, so you are saying half they will produce.
Sir, can I think?
Yes.
Sure, sir. But because sir, each firm has an incentive to cut each other. So in a perfect duopoly, they will reach at the normal perfect competition.
Look at this. That is why you see you will find the concept of say optimality may be at a different point in these two cases, maybe.
Yes.
Depending upon what the assumptions you are making. But in duopoly, you have seen that the firms optimizes at 1/3 of the output. If the same conditions remains in case of a non-collusive duopoly where only two players are there, then the question was as you said, they will produce half. Is it true, or they will produce 1/3 in case of a two?
Sir, it depends whether they are competing in price or in quantity. If they are competing in price, they will produce the normal, they will produce the perfect competition output. At the, they will attain normal profits in that scenario.
What is pure strategy, Vijay? How do you define pure strategy?
Sir, in a case of pure strategy, a firm will be playing a single, choosing a single optimal strategy without mixing their strategy based on the probabilities. So it will be finally a single, from the set of strategies, it will be choosing a single strategy.
Okay, so are you aware of the bidding in, government bidding like, say, 4G, 2G spectrum bidding?
Sir, I have a slight idea of this.
So can you tell us something about this?
Sir, in the bidding process, generally the final bid is awarded to a lowest bidder.
Lowest bidder?
That in terms of price, let's suppose a project is there, so there will be multiple bidders, and the bidder who bids the lowest to complete that particular project, he is likely to get the project.
Is it a difference? Is there any difference between auction and bidding?
I'm not so sure about it.
Okay. Okay. So now you are aware of the Nash equilibrium, right? And
yes.
So how do you define this Nash equilibrium?
Sir, in Nash equilibrium, each of the firms play their best strategy. Each of the players play their best strategy, and no firms has an incentive to deviate, and no one can make unilateral gain by deviating from their strategy.
So is Nash equilibrium Pareto optimal?
Sir, it is not necessarily true.
In which case it will be not true?
Sir, I'm not so sure about it.
No issue. Since it is an interesting subject and you must revisit it, because here is a chance where you can score much as compared to your colleagues.
Sure, sir.
Because these are the subjects which are interesting and unique.
Okay.
Right? The moment you say that I have studied game theory, and if they ask you a question and if you are answering in a good manner, I'm pretty sure you will be scoring, you will have an advantage. That is why I'm going deep into this skill, right?
Sure, sir.
Right, because please study on this again, revisit, because you are from IIT Kanpur, right?
Yes, sir.
The moment they will see IIT Kanpur, they will ask you this kind of questions, so they will again go into the econometric modeling if you have a study, right?
Yes, sir.
So if I ask you to define a stationarity, how do you define a stationarity?
Sir, stationarity means that its mean and variance are time independent. Yes, sir, its mean and variances are time independent.
Time independent. And what about the covariance then? You are from Kanpur, right? This answer is expected from the, say, arts student, that the mean and variant are constant over time, right? What about the covariance then? You have to answer also in terms of the covariance, that the covariance will depend upon, not upon the time, but the lag of the time, right?
Yes,
So, and so that is why these small answers will make you different from the generalist, right?
sir.
So I'm generally focusing, looking at your biodata, right, or a DAF which you have said. Because IIT Kanpur, the moment IIT Kanpur, it is expected that you know these things in much better, right? So once you define the stationarity, then the few questions like, okay, then have you heard about the random walk models?
Yes, sir.
What is this random walk model?
Sir, in a random walk model, the series, so I'm not able to recall the exact definition.
Right. That means any value at t will depend upon its past value, that is y. Yt will be equal to yt minus 1 plus the error term, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then the next question emerges, Vijay, is the random walk model with drift or without drift, is it stationary or not?
Yes, sir.
Please tell us. So
Sir,
obviously,
it's, with the drift is not a stationary.
no, with or without drift, it is not a stationary. All random walk models are non-stationary, right? Then the third question immediately follows, how do we make it stationary?
Sir, it's using ARIMA model.
No.
You have to integrate.
No. Don't try to guess, because you are from a good institution. Honesty is the first priority of the interview, right? If you don't know, it's better to say, sir, I will read it. Right. So obviously the first is, if you look at the yt is equal to yt minus 1 plus, say, epsilon error. So the best way is, because you assume this epsilon error to be normally distributed with a 0 and 1, right? Means mean 0 and variance constant 1. So this is how the error term is defined. So how, if this is a stationary, that means this is a stationary, right? Definition of a stationary. So if yt minus 1 is equal to epsilon t. So this becomes a stationary series. So the first answer is taking the lag, or a first difference makes the random walk model a stationary. Right? This is how you are expected to, right?
Sir, I will revise on it.
Yes. So this is the answer. Yes, sir, I will read on it. Okay. Now Vijay, so then we may ask you the question, what are the various tests on stationarity? You must have heard about the various tests on stationarity. Please
I
tell.
have to revise it.
Okay. So now coming back to recently we had an SU summit in Tianjin in China, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, what are the basic features and what India gained out of this SU summit?
Sir, I have not gone through.
Okay, you have not gone through it. Okay. Then how the tariff, say Trump tariff, you say the Trump go, the tariff will impact Indian, say, trade and India. In fact, how India will be impacted by the.
Sir, India
Trump.
is US is one of the largest partners of India, and India has a huge surplus with the US. So the tariffs will negatively impact our export surplus, and given that we have been imposed additional 25% penalty because of our trade with Russia. So that also puts double burden, because we have to diversify our energy basket in terms of oil import and petroleum imports, as well as we have to bilaterally engage with the US in negotiating the bilateral trade agreement. And in the long run, we have to make our agricultural industry more competitive, so that we can lower down tariffs on those lines.
And what is the position of India on say genetically modified crops?
Sir, we don't want the US to access allow the genetically modified crops to be traded traded in the Indian economy, because we face the threat of productivity issues once this genetically modified crops enters our Indian economy.
But generally, if you look at the policy on genetically modified crops, in India we have still now only allowed, in case of a cotton, the genetically modified seeds are allowed in case of a cotton, and we have not permitted any trades in terms of other crops. But the US was trying to dump its maize and soybean, which was genetically modified in. So this was initial also one of the bone of contention among the India and US trade. And obviously this increase in the additional 25% of tariff would impact India. So how India, what you, as in suppose you are selected as a economic officer, what measures would you suggest to mitigate this impact of tariff on India?
Sir, in terms of tariff on the
No, you have already said how India will be impacted, right? Now I want you to suggest some measures so that we can address these issues. This will mitigate the impact.
Sir, I'm not so sure about it.
Okay. No issue. Then you see, the advent of technology always increases productivity.
Yes.
Right? So, and there is a chances that it will also replace some of the, say, laborers also. Right? Generally it is expected. But in this context, have you heard about the term called as Solo paradox? Because Robert Solow was a Nobel laureate in economics. So there is a paradox called as Solow paradox. What is Solow paradox?
No, sir, I haven't heard about it.
The phenomenon of extensive use of advanced technology, it is argued that without an expected increase in productivity is called as a Solow paradox. That is why I had asked you before that. Generally it is expected that with the advent of technology or advanced technology, the efficiency or productivity will increase, but it does not happen sometime, right? So excessive use of technology without increase in productivity is the situation of a Solow paradox. Sir?
You have done something on machine learning, Vijay.
Yes, sir.
What is machine learning?
Sir, machine learning is basically using data from the real world to train the model so that they can help us in analysis or predicting the patterns or trends in general.
So why machine learning as an idea has assumed so much of significance all across the world?
Sir, currently in a digitized world, we are producing large amount of data. Data is the new oil. So machine learning is able to channelize that data in a meaningful insights, which can be helpful in advertisement or let's say reports, analysis. And with the advancement in the computing, we are much more able to do these things cost effectively.
What is the position of India so far as the challenges and opportunities are concerned in the world in machine learning?
Sir, India has
And
been
data science.
Both cautious as well as open to the idea that we should use machine learning and AI in our economy. And we also have a digital data protection bill which regulates the use of data so that it's ethical and responsible in terms of its business practices. And we also are promoting startups related to this machine learning and AI models in our country. So it's expected that it will improve productivity significantly.
Okay.
Vijay, few things better. You must visit your basics now, right? Little bit, but time is very less. But obviously, but it is for everyone.
Yes, sir.
Right. So visit your basics, because as you are BS and MS from IIT Kanpur, obviously try to if you you see, you can pull the attention of the interviewer also towards you the moment you say that I have studied, sir, game theory, and you read little bit of the game theory, and so that, and if you answer them, obviously then you get a good. Similarly, your forte should be econometrics, as you have said.
Yes, sir.
So read little bit of econometrics and game theory, and particularly when they say what you have studied, you said then, okay, sir, I have studied this, right?
Sure, sir.
Right. So this will have an advantage over other candidates which you have. And about the current affairs, obviously, you must be studying Mint, I suppose. Mint and
Business standard.
business standard and
Sir, Hindu.
Hindu. So try to read Mint also. Stop business standard. Such a you discontinue business standard.
Mint and Hindu are enough.
Mint and Hindu. Very less time you have, so visit it, because then you will, and have confidence.
Okay.
Right, have confidence in yourself. You have qualified written exams, you have proved your merit.
Yes, sir.
Right. So it is not that how many questions you answer, it is how you have answered. Right. Right. Basically, you got relaxed when sir was asking, and your answer was like in a calm and composed manner. But the moment when I was asking and throwing you some questions, then you started thinking, "Arey sir, to chale gaye usme." Right.
Sir, I have to revise this.
हाँ, but there you have advantage. That is why I said कि आप IIT कानपुर से हो, the moment you say game theory and then ये they will ask you the duopoly और ये केस में, क्योंकि वहाँ पे ही गेम है ना, collusive non collusive में, cooperative non cooperative गेम का concept है,
Yes, sir.
right? Pure strategy, what is pure strategy, right? और अगर वहाँ नहीं होगा तो prisoners dilemma के बारे में पूछ लेगा वो, अगर they are not so versed in a game theory, then they will ask basic questions. What is Nash equilibrium? How it is different from the general equilibrium, or whether the Nash equilibrium is Pareto optimal or not, right?
Yes, sir.
So they may ask you what is Pareto optimal.
Yes, sir.
Then there is a concept of Koopman Pareto optimality. Is it different from Pareto optimality? So thoda sa you have to be a little bit just brush up your basics. Okay. All the best, sir. कुछ और कहेंगे?
Sir, can you suggest I have written some of the things in my my
Hobby and
yes, sir.
you may expect a question on a hobby, and they may ask you about the Varanasi also, right?
Yes.
Why Varanasi? What are the what is the major is in Varanasi, right? Or the economy of Uttar Pradesh, whether it is a services dominated or agriculture dominated or a manufacturing dominated,
Yes,
right? So that you have to prepare. It is assumed that you know about that thing,
Okay.
right. So you always expect a question, because this is a larger, than the RBI. In fact, the scope of this is larger than the RBI. So therefore, they will ask you about your district town or the economy of the district town, right?
Yes, sir.
What is temple economy? They may ask you, right?
Yes, sir. And also last year when I get RBI interview, so there was this questions that how is machine learning model is different from the econometric model, and then they dig deeper into it. So I think that has impacted my interview marks, because at that time I have a minor in machine learning.
No, you should have said, sir, there are limitations. For machine learning, you need a huge data, because then you train your machine on at least 1/4 of the data, then or a 3/4 of the data, and then you predict for the 1/4 of data. But here there is no such kind of a modeling.
Yes, sir.
Only thing you should have said that SVR and there can be a certain kind of relationship, like sir, suppose say I'm going for a machine learning, then we are using like support vector machine, SVM model, right? And whereas we are using support vector regression, SVR, and it is based on the separating of hyperplane. So the mathematics behind this is, or the logic behind this is the same. It is based on the concept of separating of hyperplane. If I divide your face into n dimensions and plot every point on the n dimensions, I can recognize your face.
Yes, sir.
This is what machine learning can do also.
Yes, sir.
But here in regression, we do not play with so much of huge data. But still the mathematics behind both of them are same. If I am going for a prediction also, so SVR is support vector regression. Here we say only our epsilon is a error. There we say it's a tube. Support vector machine में उसको tube कहता है error को, band को. और again you are optimizing it, minimizing that error tube. यहाँ हम इसको error को epsilon कहते हैं और minimize करते हैं. तो बहुत सारा difference है. It's only data.
Also, sir, like in the end, we had a discussion, like in the interview for the 15 minutes, and then end up saying that machine learning model can get a signal, like extract signals from the data, while like econometric models, we have to give it a formula, then regress over it, so that we estimate the coefficients. But
no, basically we are estimating. वहाँ भी देखिए, the signal is what? If you have a huge data, you know that the prediction may be quite accurate.
Yes, sir.
Then again you have to compare with RSME.
Yes, sir.
रूट स्क्वायर मीन एरर किसका कम है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हो सकता है कि कभी कभी ना समटाइम इन प्रिडिक्शन दो मशीन लर्निंग विल फेल एंड योर रिग्रेशन सिंपल रिग्रेशन मॉडल में गिव यू करेक्ट आंसर.
Yes, sir.
एक्सेप्शनल एग्जाम्पल्स में. बट ऑब्वियसली इन केस ऑफ ह्यूज डेटा मशीन लर्निंग विल बी मोर एक्यूरेट प्रिडिक्टिंग द डिफिकल्ट मॉडल. यहाँ जनरली नॉन लिनियरिटी की हम बात नहीं करते हैं रिग्रेशन में.
Yes, sir.
और बहुत सारे मॉडल्स वहाँ जो हैं जो मशीन लर्निंग जो है नॉन रिग्रेशन को भी नॉन लिनियरिटी को भी वो एक पैटर्न ढूंढ लेगा. वो रैंडमनेस में भी एक पैटर्न ढूंढता है वो. दैट इज़ वाई इन केस ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग आप एक कहते हैं ना कि देयर इज़ नथिंग रैंडम.
Yes, sir.
बट हियर वी बिलीव दैट रैंडमनेस है. वी कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट इन दैट केस. ब्लैक शोल मॉडल यूज़ करते हैं ना प्रिडिक्शन ऑफ स्टॉक प्राइसेस. यू आर यूजिंग अ ब्राउनियन मोशन इक्वेशन देयर. तो ब्राउनियन मोशन का इक्वेशन भी रैंडम है लेकिन यू आर फाइंडिंग अ पैटर्न. दैट इज़ वाई यू आर प्रिडिक्टिंग.
Yes, sir.
सो इस टाइप का आंसर थोड़ा मजबूत करके जाना है.
Sure, sir. Also, sir, suppose in a econometric model, we have to know the expected relationships between the independent and dependent variable beforehand, so that if suppose it's a non-linear, we can transform it to, let's suppose, taking a log.
नो एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं वो तो हम हमेशा हम मॉडल से ही चेस करते हैं. वाई वेदर वाई कॉजेज सी, जैसे कहते हैं ना कि कंजम्पशन इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ वाई, बट वाई इज ऑल्सो अ फंक्शन ऑफ कंजम्पशन.
Yes, sir.
तो ये बाई कॉजलिटी है. तो रिलेशनशिप कैसे पता है. लेकिन एफ इज इक्वल टू एम ए लिख रहे हो तो यू नो दिस. फोर्स इज इक्वल टू मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन. ये इसमें कोई एरर नहीं है.
Yes, sir. This is definitely.
हाँ, बट हियर वी डू नॉट नो द फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द डायरेक्शनलिटी ऑफ द कॉज. यहाँ तो हमको पता है कि फोर्स इज मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन है. दैट मीन मास इंक्रीज करोगे तो फोर्स बढ़ेगा.
Sure.
राइट.
But I was thinking in terms of, let's suppose, we never know whether the relationship is linear or non-linear. And machine learning models would do a better job in finding those relationships. But in econometric models, we have to assume it's a linear or non-linear and then transform the equations so that we can train or we can use the econometric modeling to estimate the coefficients.
वहाँ मशीन लर्निंग वी हैव एडवांटेज. वो खुद ही पैटर्न ढूंढ लेता है और उसके बाद
Yes, sir.
दैट इज़ वाई यू ट्रेन 3/4 ऑफ द डेटा ऑन दैट एंड देन अगेन 1/4 को प्रिडिक्ट करते हैं. हियर वी डू नॉट गो ऑन सच टेक्निक.
Sir, I'll be wise on this.
आज कमांड दे दो चैट जीपीटी को ही कि व्हाट इज द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन द इकोनोमेट्रिक मॉडलिंग एंड
Yeah,
machine
try
learning.
to do that things. Yeah, just I was just preparing the Indian economy part.
राइट. चलिए ठीक है. ऑल द बेस्ट. 11, 12, 13 को अगर और 12, 13, 14 को आपका इंटरव्यू कब है?
So around 16.
हाँ, सो 12, 13, 14 में एक मॉक ले सकते हो दोबारा यहाँ. ठीक है.
Sure, sir.
इम्प्रूव योर सेल्फ एंड कम बैक.
Sure, sir.
12, 13, 14 राइट. ठीक. ओके. ऑल द बेस्ट एंड गुड लक. तैयारी करें आप.
Also, sir, was this out like voice was too loud or?
No, it's okay because there will be a large room and there will be more members, so sound okay.
Okay. That's it. I'll just revise on that.
Yes, sure. Brush up your basics.
Sure, sir.